This is the Horse Radio Network.
This is episode 464 of Horse Tip Daily. A different horse tip, a different equine topic, a different equestrian expert every day. Horse Tip Daily brings the world of equine knowledge to you one day at a time. Today's tip is brought to you by EquestrianCollections.com, your one-stop shop for all things equestrian. Hi, Coach Jen here, and thanks for tuning in to Horse Tip Daily. Today, Mary Lauritsen on making a good sales video. Mary is a trainer and instructor at Cadence Farm, competing in dressage rings since she was just a youngster. She has a decorated FEI competitor who has taken home regional, national, and international titles, most recently the team bronze at the 2010 North American Young Rider Championships. Outside of training and competition, Mary serves on the USEF Youth Council and USDF Youth Advisory Committee. Mary specializes in teaching young riders to build a stronger partnership with one's horse and preparing for youth competition. Mary will be joining us in a moment, but first, a word about today's sponsor, EquestrianCollections.com. When you need to resupply, replace, update, or invest in the stuff that makes your horse life possible, stop by EquestrianCollections.com first. Do you need to replace those nasty everyday barn boots? They've got dozens to choose from. Are you searching desperately for custom matchy-matchy saddle pads for the local riding club horse show? Equestrian Collections can set you up. Craving real, honest-to-goodness nice folks to answer your questions? All this and more can be found at EquestrianCollections.com. So stop by today and treat yourself to a fantastic shopping experience. EquestrianCollections.com. And now, Mary and Glenn the Geek with your tip.
Today we are talking about how to make a horse sales video.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I think that this is an important topic to discuss simply because too many times do we see sales videos that are poorly made and that do not show the horse at their best or sometimes hardly show them at all.
And the first rule is hire Mary at $1,000 because she's pretty and she'll make your horse look so good.
Yeah,
and she travels for expenses.
It's part of the it's part of the package with this tip. You can hire me to be your official videographer. But here are a few tips to make that great sales video. Number one, the steady hand or preferably a tripod for your camera is essential. Far too many times have I felt seasick after watching sales video, and I'm sure many others can agree with that one. It's not fun to watch a video that's bouncing all over the place or someone has that shaky hand. Show gaits on a straight line shot from the side where horse and rider are both in the frame. I think one of the best ways to start out a sales video is to just show the horse's natural gaits. After all, that's what we're looking for as a buyer, is to see how this horse moves, not is this horse being rushed past the camera to try and show an extension that isn't really the horse's natural trot. You know, you want to show those natural, nice gaits on a straight line shot from the side. Also, starting with those clips, just be sure that they're crisp and short shots, and the brief footage should just show that natural movement. And of course, appropriate movements, too, for that particular horse. You don't want to see two tempies on a 3-year-old. We just want to see that horse, see that personality, see that movement. Videos should really not go any longer than 3 minutes.
Yay! I was hoping you would do that one.
Oh, yeah. I think that's one of the biggest things that you see is that these videos go on far too long and the human attention span is simply too short. And after watching a horse, quote unquote, perform tricks for 10 minutes, one can imagine interest is simply lost.
And you know what? From the seller's point of view, more is not better. You want to very concisely show the walk, trot, canter, the things that this horse can do in very short pieces. And you're also, what you're doing is you're allowing less time to show the negatives.
Exactly.
So from a seller's point of view, you know, if we're looking at it strictly from their side, you want to show less, not more. You know, we all have the tendency to want to throw up everything, you know, where, you know, that's what the in-person visit's for. But they can't fall in love with your horse's personality on the video. They
Right.
need to do that in person, so you got to get them there.
Exactly. So you give them those nice tastes of the horse and then bring them on over and let them see the horse. Because again, videos also are never very fair to the horse. Some, horses can look ugly on a video and they usually don't look their best. So again, like you said, keep it short and sweet so the person is left wanting to see more and actually come out to your farm and see the horse in person.
It's like dating, Mary. Let them want
yes.
more.
Exactly. Same thing. Preferably no music should be used, though a quiet soundtrack that fits the horse can work nicely.
Oh, you mean Trans-Siberian Orchestra is not good?
No, not for the little 14
Little
hand
AC/DC
pony.
in the background there.
Yeah. Oh, again, that's another thing where people have repetitive techno playing over, and it's just jarring you to death as you try to watch this elegant horse go. I think some music can complement the horse, but you should, if you're going to use it, be sure you pick a soundtrack that actually fits the horse. But even still, anything you pick shouldn't be taking your total focus of the video. It's really the quality of the horse. Proper turnout. Horse is clean.
I was just going to say, I hope grooming is part of that. I can't tell you how many of these videos I watched and went, I don't think they've groomed this horse in a week.
Yeah. Right, you're taking the time to create this video. So again, like anything else, take an additional few minutes or however long it may take you to turn the horse out nicely. Be sure that he's clean. If the horse is going under saddle, white polos are always nice so that you can better see the movement. And I think to go that extra mile, braid the horse because that shows the horse's top line nicely. Proper lighting. It's key to do this during good sunlight hours, especially if you're shooting outside. But if you're shooting indoors, turn on all the lights. This is another thing that I've seen is that you see this little blob moving through the shadows. There's hardly any light, whether the person's shooting at dusk or dawn or they're shooting indoors with none of the lights on. You can't see anything. So again, go that extra mile to be sure you're shooting in good light. And do not overdo the slow motion. It's far too cliche. No one needs to watch all the movements in slow-mo. And it can be helpful for showing off a horse's fabulous extension or pee-off, but too much of it, again, loses the audience's attention. So there you have it.
Have you bought many horses from videos?
I generally would like to see a video to be sure that it's worth my while, but no, I wouldn't say so. I don't buy too many horses just off of videos, but I like to see them and then see the horse in the flesh because I think that's the biggest thing.
But you do want to see a video first before you'll
definitely.
travel.
And I'm always and I can say that I'm always interested in watching videos too. I enjoy just evaluating horse videos, whether I'm looking at horses or not. But you can lose your interest so quickly if it's not done the right way.
And if you're not a rider of a level to ride this horse to its full potential in the video, then get somebody who is.
Right.
That's the other thing you see happen, too, is the rider can hold back the horse in the video, and that's another thing that you see happen.
Right.
Well,
There's a lot to be said about horse sales, but the video can tell a lot, and you can also put out a good one if you just pay attention to some of these tips.
All right. Thank you, Mary. We appreciate that. And, of course, people can find you at your website.
That's right. It's marybonick-lauritsen.com or at cadencefarminc.com. And, of course, you can follow me on Twitter at Mary Dressage or find me on Facebook.
That's terrific. Well, thank you, Mary. We appreciate you being on, and have fun over there at the Dressage Radio Show.
Thanks, Glenn.
Well, thanks, Mary and Glenn the Geek. Please stop by the Horse Tip Daily Facebook and let us know what you think of the tips that you hear on the show. If there are topics you'd like us to cover or experts you'd love to hear from, let us know that too. Just search for Horse Tip Daily. You can also subscribe to all the great shows on the Horse Radio Network through iTunes or Zune and get your horse podcasts automatically downloaded to your iPod, Zune, or MP3 player. I will be back again tomorrow with another new expert and a different horse tip. Until then, go ride your horse. The Horse Radio Network and the Horse Radio Network hosts are not responsible for statements of guests or their opinions. Use your own judgment when listening to the tips provided by the experts on Horse Tip Daily.